They have introduced a new device which, in their opinion, will transform the ICSI fertilization technique. They put their souls into it while injecting the sperm. They took a 3D printer. We are about to print out so-called... All of you have seen cardboard X-rays, haven't you? Your score is up 1 point for geography. Here is a depiction. Good afternoon. We have joined you once again on this lovely warm spring day. We are going to cover the cordial heartwarming science. Well, I'm kidding. Regrettably, this spring is chilly, but the science's warmth is permanent. Irina, Dmitriy and two Sergeis welcome you today. If you peer through the latter ones, you may make a wish. Okay, let's start. Alright, here we go. What's going on, Sergei? Dmitry, I have a piece of news to share with you. In fact, a new paper saw the light this week. Oh, it still smells like fresh printing ink. Basically, today's Tuesday. The researchers of the University of Adelaide have developed... Are you aware of its location? Yes, I imagine. I didn't even know that it is in Australia. The researchers have developed a state-of-the-art device. Your score is up 1 point for geography. Here is a depiction. The researchers of the University of Adelaide have developed and introduced a state-of-the-art device which, in their opinion, will transform the ICSI fertilization technique. There are two common IVF techniques. The first one is conventional IVF, which implies the addition of the sperm acting and fertilizing eggs on their own. The second one is called ICSI. It means that an operating embryologist injects the sperm into the cytoplasm of an egg. They put their cells into it while injecting the sperm. Well, what is the point of their invention? They took a 3D printer, just like all people do now. As a result, they created microchips to which the eggs are attached. This technology rests on dial-up tools. The eggs were immersed and attached to these chips. Later, ICSI is performed. I mean, if we attach an egg on our own in the very beginning, we have no holding, do we? No, we don't have any holding. Hence, one of the microtools is not required any longer. In turn, this reduces the costs. Yes, it does. First, this makes it cheaper. However, this device is also costly, even though nobody knows its price. Perhaps it will not be cheaper, given that they will be aspirated several times or printed on our own. Well, in brief, it is a micro device in which eggs are placed. They are strongly attached to it. Next, standard ICSI is supposed to be performed. An embryologist puts their soul into the egg while piercing it with a micropipette and placing the sperm into it. Yes, while placing the sperm into it. Firstly, the new device saves time by a factor of 2. Secondly, it cuts down the expenses. Since holding is not applied, 2 times fewer tools are needed. This makes handling easier by a factor of 2, because one arm is not grasping at the tools. Also, there is no difference between the output of a well-seasoned embryologist and this device. However, this device will definitely outperform an inexperienced embryologist, as it eases handling, and this makes the technique cheaper. You mean a young embryologist may be allowed to manipulate this device at the very beginning of their career? At least this accelerates their access to the technique. It is rather curious, according to all the ICSI descriptions starting from its roots. It hasn't changed at all over more than 30 years. Thus, it is the most conservative technique. There are no shifts in handling patterns. The researchers endeavor to standardize the technique, maybe to gradually simplify the process, and protocol standardization truly matters. And this small step forward is worthy. We also know that sort of automated microchips where sperm are going to be injected are now being developed. But there is still a long way to go before they are introduced.
что-то типа микрочипов, когда это уже будет, так скажем, в автоматическом режиме, да, и сперматозоид.
We are about to print out so-called. All of you have seen cardboard X-rays at grocery stores, haven't you? Okay, first we should print out a cardboard X-ray. We place eggs into the cells before they are tightly attached to the package. Then we embark on printing micropipettes with capsules. You mean kind of micro-robots? Yes, we ought to dump the sperm onto them, and the eggs will be filled on their own. On the other hand, we witness a frustrating trend. Upcoming assisted reproductive technologies may well rule out whichever embryologist's involvement. Our dark premises will resemble Elon Musk's dark factories, and the entire process of reproduction will be opaque. It is going to be robot-assisted. Just remember the film called The Fifth Element. I also recall the cartoon called Non-Wheeler. Yes, that looks a little bit intimidating. However, someone still has to place the eggs into these holes. It is human-induced. It is also a human who connects the tubes. We tackled a cyber nanny in one of our previous episodes. Fertilization and cryopreservation are now being automated. Robots are ubiquitously being implemented. An innovative embryo selection technology has already been tested in laboratory mice. It is a cyber nanny which rejects the low-quality embryos and selects the best ones. The latter are subject to culturing before the germinal stage and the labor in the artificial murine uterus. Our Chinese colleagues have put forth this system. The nanny has to cherish each and every embryo and select the best ones without any human engagement. It used to be the laboratory assistant's mission in the past. It was literally time-consuming, and very often did they make the wrong choice and miss the murine lines. But why are mice needed? Murine models are commonly used for stimulation of real conditions. For simulation of these conditions, lots of experiments are conducted in the mice sharing specific features. As a rule, clones are applied, so all of them are identical. This enables us to monitor the way a particular gene affects them. It is extremely expensive to naturally reproduce these mice. If we manage to clone them and fabricate them in bulk automatically, it will significantly reduce the costs for all the clinical trials, and the murine issue is to be settled.